Welcome back to another episode of 40 Facts About the 40K Universe. I am your host Gershwin and you are watching One Mind Syndicate. Today we continue talking about the Legal Custodes as we talk about Constantin Valdor. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. We post Warhammer 40K content every single day, and if you have any suggestions, comment down below. But with that said, let's get into 40 facts on Constantin Valdor. Few warriors in the entire history of the Imperium have even come close to the martial magnificence, selfless dedication, and strategic excellence of Constantin Valdor, the first chief custodian and captain general of the ancient legal custodes, the elite bodyguard of the Emperor of Mankind. He was a powerful warrior and a being of supernatural stature and honor. Many compare him to one of the Primarchs of the Space Marine Legions, and that he could even match one of the Emperor's sons in a contest of blades. Records of his existence predate any of the Primarch's creation, as with many of the legal custodes, who were the Emperor's firstborn genetically augmented warriors. Such were his fighting skills, martial power, physical and mental abilities, that there were those even within the Imperial Court that dared to call him Primarch in all but name. Yet for all his power, Valdor was made and trained to serve a different and far more focused purpose, that of Lord Commander of the Custodian Guard, and to Valdor, the petty concerns of conquest and glory, dominion and victory were as nothing when compared to his own sworn duty. Yet Valdor's value to the Emperor was so much more than just a mere combatant. From the early days of the Unification Wars, perhaps even before, Constantin Valdor was the Emperor's staunch companion, and his loyalty to the Master of Mankind was absolute. The Captain General would rather have taken his own life than risk that of the Emperor. Valdor's devotion to his master was such that there was no act he could not perform, no deed he could not consider to ensure the Emperor's continued survival. So while Constantin Valdor held a rank in some ways higher than even that of the Primarchs, and sat at the center of the imperial power of Terra, he seldom exercised his influence, and when action was required, it was never to further his own agenda. But should his purpose be challenged, worse yet, should anyone or anything seek to endanger the Emperor or his chosen representatives, Valdor was a demigod of vengeance made incarnate, unstoppable and unrelenting. Constantin Valdor faithfully served the Emperor of Mankind from the Unification Wars, the Great Crusade, and the dark days of the Horus Heresy, in which he was active during some of the most significant events and campaigns that took place during the Age of Darkness, including the burning of Prospero and the Battle of Terra. On Prospero, Valdor eventually faced 30 of Magnus the Red's elite blade masters, warriors who could predict their enemies' attacks through psychic precognition, slaying them all and receiving only a single wound in the process. During the final Titanic siege on Terra, the legal custodes fought alongside the loyalist legions to defend the Emperor and his palace. They showed no mercy to the turncoat Space Marines. They did not waver, even as megatons of explosive death rained from the burning skies, even as demonic abominations spilled through the veil of reality, and Chaos Titans hammered the palace walls with city-leveling weaponry. Valdor and his 10,000 fought valiantly during the nightmarish battle, driving back one offensive after another. The Captain General was seen to reave through the ranks of the traitor legions as easily as his loyalist cousins would against ordinary humans and lesser Xenos. During this final battle of the Horus Heresy, the unthinkable would happen. At the culmination of the Siege of Terra, the Emperor led a last-ditch boarding action against Horus's battle barge, the Vengeful Spirit, where he met the Arch-Traitor in single combat and defeated him at last. But the cost was appalling. When teleported onto the Vengeful Spirit, Constantin Valdor was separated from the Emperor, as Horus planned all along. Though they cut down traitors and demons beyond count, Valdor and his fellow legal custodes were unable to prevent Horus from mortally wounding the Emperor, and leaving his father's mind and soul trapped in a shattered husk of a body. Grief-stricken, the custodians bore their master back to Terra, there to be interned forevermore within the machineries of the Golden Throne. They swore a penitent oath and donned the mourning black, consigning themselves to watching over his fallen lord for the rest of time. Following the failure of the War Master's assault upon Terra, the Emperor's surviving loyalist sons led a ferocious war of vengeance, which came to be known as the Great Scouring, in which they hounded the fleeing traitor legions across the galaxy. Yet the newly reorganized Adeptus Custodes took no part in this time of violent retribution, standing their sovereign watch upon the throne world and contemplating their ultimate failure. Though records conflict as to how and when, it is during this period that Captain General Constantin Valdor disappeared from Imperial history, along with weapons and armor, which never made their way to the Hall of Armaments. The custodians elected Valdor's successor from amongst their ranks and continued their watch. The final fate of Constantin Valdor is unknown, but there are those who believe that he serves the Emperor still. And those were 40 facts on Constantin Valdor. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to share it with your friends on Reddit or Facebook, whatever social media you guys use. It really helps out the channel when you do so. Thanks for the suggestion. Constantin Valdor is one of the guys who was suggested a couple times. I wanted to create this quick video just to satisfy those requests, but at the same time, there's way more information on this guy. So check out the wiki page linked down in the description below to get more details on him. We'll probably create another video in the future, a longer video. But I think the Sound Alchemist was actually working on a script for Constantin Valdor that goes into more detail. So stay tuned for that. Again, thanks for the request. Check out the Forge World model for this guy. When he first came out, I thought there's like too much going on. But if you actually look at I went back and looked at the model, and I mean, the model matches the badassery of the lore. This guy looks like he can probably take on a Primarch just by his sheer armor. Definitely jump over to the Forge World website and check him out. But again, any other suggestions, comment down below. If you guys enjoy our content, jump on over to Patreon, link in the description. It's a simple $1 a month and it helps us create more videos for you guys. So please support us there if you can. If you can't, simply by liking, commenting, and sharing, it helps out the channel. Especially sharing. Posting it on Reddit or Twitter really helps out the channel. But thanks for everything, guys, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. This was Gersh1 with One Mind Syndicate, signing out.
Always used to put my freedom first in any situation.